Lent is almost over, and 1 week will we begin the most solemn and most important days for our faith and for our eternal salvation. Next Thursday is the Feast of the Last Supper, when Jesus instituted the Eucharist so we could be fed spiritually with his body and blood. It is also when Jesus instituted the priesthood. Then we celebrate Jesus' passion and death on Good Friday, when he voluntarily submitted his will to his Father's will, and the Father's request for him to suffer and die to attain all the graces we need for our salvation. Finally, we celebrate his resurrection on Easter, signifying his victory over physical death and victory over spiritual death due to sin, and proving he was God. So what have you experienced this Lent? Through your Lenten practices, have you experienced a change of heart in how you relate to God and those around you? Do you feel closer to God? Have you begun to get a handle on some of your shortcomings? Have you found any peace in the situations in your life that have been causing you dismay? Maybe you have not experienced any of these and are basically the same person you were before Lent began. If this is true, is it because you really did nothing for Lent? Were your Lenten practices the same ones you have been doing out of habit for years, continuing to do something that has not changed you for the better? Maybe you started out with the best of intentions, but then, just like so many of our New Year's resolutions, are quickly forgotten. Because the resolutions may cause us some discomfort or may cause us to have to do hard work to change, when, in reality, we don't want to put in the effort to change. Did you expect to succeed in your practices by your own willpower, or did you ask for help from God? In reality, especially in spiritual matters, we can't do anything without God's help. If your Lent is not what you hoped for, don't worry, you still have a week to go. God loves us so much that he welcomes us with open arms and with his mercy whenever we decide to come to him. If he is there at the hour of our death, offering us and even the most ardent sinner a last chance to accept his mercy, it's not too late to still have a meaningful Lent and thus a more meaningful Easter.